Hey guys, so we're in London today, and I noticed that only about 12% of you guys are actually from the UK. So I want to do a video of some of my favorite stores and routes to go if I'm ever shopping in London. And today we're only going to be looking at Oxford Street, Regent Street, and Carnaby Street, which are basically the main areas where most of the best stores are. Obviously there's Portobello Road, Shoreditch High Street, and Battersea Station, and Battersea Power Station, and Knightsbridge if you want to go for something high end. I'll save those for another video if this one's popular. And this is what I'm wearing today, and with that intro out of the way, let's get going. So I recommend starting off with Bond Street if you're ever in London. So as soon as you come out of the station, you can see the Selfridges flagship store. Ground floor, you got all the high-end luxury brands. I would recommend going straight to the first floor because this is where some of the more affordable brands and brands that are more interesting are going to be positioned. So you've got Keith, that's around the back, and Carhartt amongst others. You've got some of the more high-end stuff as well within Selfridges. So I'd always try and see what's available and what's on offer. Now coming straight out of Selfridges, you're going to want to turn left and walk down Oxford Street, and they've got a new Abercrombie & Fitch store that's just opened up here. And a little bit further down, just after Swatch, you're going to see the biggest Uniqlo store in the UK. Don't mess about with any of the other floors, just go straight to the top floor where you're going to find the latest Uniqlo collaboration drops. Right, as you go down Oxford Street, you're going to come across Oxford Circus, and you can carry on going forward. You'll find flannels, but personally I prefer turning right. You'll see way more interesting brands down here. So first one on the right is Onitsuka Tiger. I don't really know much about this brand, but further down you've got things like Canada Goose, and then you've got a collection of all the H&M brands. So obviously H&M, Weekday, Arket, and COS, they're all just right next to each other. Now rather than continuing down Regent Street, as soon as I reach COS, I'll actually turn left and head towards Liberty. They do have some good brands in there like Beams, Amy Paris. So after leaving Liberty, if you turn right, you're going to head out into Carnaby Street, which in my opinion is where I got the best collection of streetwear stores down this road. So you've got Size, which sells a lot of the sneakers. Further down, you've got another A&F store. Next to that is New Era, Muji, and then also Diesel as well. And then you're going to find another Swatch store and Office. And when you get here, I would turn left because as you go down this alleyway, you're going to find Percival's retail store. Now Percival's store's got a really good vibe inside it. They're also fairly well stocked as well, so I do quite like coming in here whenever I get a chance to visit central London. And then next to Percival, we've got N Clothing. Now some of you have asked about N Clothing before, and they stock a lot of the brands which would not normally be available elsewhere. So N Clothing is definitely something worth visiting. And next to N, make sure you pay a visit to Uniform Standard because their sneakers are very, very good. Okay, so if you head west, you're going to see ALD and the cafe. Now I will say ALD store does give you this amazing atmosphere as soon as you head in it, and you just want to spend a lot of time in the shop. So right now they've got the newer season products stocked, and they've got the infamous basketball wall that's just towards the back. Across from ALD, you've got Axel Arigato. So again, another store that I always try to pay a visit. The store environment, although it's not as good as ALD, it does look really cool inside it. They didn't have that many products when we visited today. We did want to pick up a pair of sneakers, but unfortunately didn't have them in stock, so we left empty-handed. Okay, at this point it's proper raining now, but we're going to continue through. Turn right as you head out of Axel Arigato, and you're going to get another street of some of the more independent brands. So you've got Farah, and then you've got Wolf & Badger on the right. So Wolf & Badger, they stock a lot of the independent clothing brands and some homeware as well. So you've got a funny little dog cardigan that you can buy here. But then there's also a small selection of men's clothing. Majority of this store is actually women's. And then across the street you've got Ronin. So I didn't actually know they've got a store here. Don't know how long it's been open. And I really like the decoration of the store. They've got some decent products in there, but annoyingly, whenever I want to buy something from Ronin, I always just seem to have recently picked up something similar. I didn't end up picking up anything, but a lot of the products, they look really decent. And then further down the street and you turn left, you're going to find Supreme. I didn't go in there because the queue was massive and it's raining. And coming out onto the main street, turn right and you'll see the Amy Paris store. And further down, you've got JW Anderson as well. And then as soon as you JWA and you turn right, you're going to see Palace. And we're pretty much going to call it a day here because the rain was just getting heavier and heavier and it was getting dark. But before we finish the video, just want to show you where we went for lunch. So we went to a place called Sketch. Honestly, it's one of the nicest places I've been to in central London. It's a Victorian building that's just been turned into a restaurant and afternoon tea place. The food was also incredible and very affordable as well. And if you do ever find yourself in Sketch, make sure you go to the bathroom. Obviously, I don't have any pictures of the bathrooms, but it's definitely worth a visit because it's quite funky. And then for coffee, we went to Places and Faces Story Cafe. They've got a lot of cool street and hip hop arts on the wall, and the coffee there is also incredible. Oh, and we also visited Bapers before we started our trip, so I'll throw a few clips of that in here. So that was our day in London. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video and you want to see different areas of London as well. Hopefully I'll be able to make some more for you guys. Alright, that's it for today and thanks for watching.